Hello, Potato, and welcome to the third day of Just Add Water Week Out-of-Date Emergency Food Edition, where we're going through this box of Mountain House freeze-dried premium meal assortment items. Monday we tried our beef stroganoff, Tuesday was our chicken teriyaki, today will either be beef stew or lasagna with meat sauce. Now, if you've missed the first two parts of this and are wondering why I'm referring it to as the out-of-date edition, well, that's because of this. The best buy on this was June of 2017. So yeah, these are a couple of years out of date. But so far, we have been okay. The first two have been perfectly fine. I can only assume they would have tasted maybe a little better had I eaten them in date. But they were fine. So let's see what we're going to end up doing today. We have, yeah, that's what I expected. Another chicken teriyaki. Another chicken teriyaki. And no, it's not lasagna. I was kind of figuring it'd be lasagna today, but I got the beef stew. Freeze-dried beef stew. This one's kind of interesting in that it has the smallest ingredient list of any of the items on the box. There's our beef stew there. Yeah, clearly much shorter. Chicken teriyaki is not bad, but look at these other two. Admittedly, they both have pasta in them, and that's probably part of why. But yeah, this is just potatoes, cooked beef, carrots, peas, corn, oil, modified cornstarch. Yeah, nothing horrible. Soybean oil, spice extract, garlic powder. Nothing super awful in there. This is, I think, one of the higher salt ones, isn't it? 45% of your day? Yeah, this one is the highest salt content or sodium content of anything in this box, which means tomorrow will be the lowest one with only 25% of your daily salt in it. Which is weird. You'd kind of think that would be saltier, but I guess not. So yeah, freeze-dried beef stew. Anything special on the back? No, it's the same thing the first one said. Remove the oxygen absorber. Let's see. Yeah, just the same as before. Add 2 cups of boiling water, 8 to 9 minutes. So let me go get some boiling water. Actually, no. Let me open it up and we'll look at it first. And then I'll get some boiling water. Again, this feels like this stuff up above the zipper line. So I hope we don't make a mess opening it up here. I mean, we haven't so far, so I suppose we don't have too much to worry about. All right. That looks interesting. Let's find that little oxygen absorber packet and get that out of there. See, this is why on Monday I missed it, because I don't see it. Oh, there it is, way down at the bottom. Because, you know, when you've been hiking and backpacking and your hands are all muddy, you want to be sticking your hands in your food to fish this out. So while we've got it open, let's, kind of looks like dried stuffing. Smells like stew. Texture-wise, the potatoes kind of like those, Chester hot fries. But yeah, it does taste like stew. Let's try a beef cube. Okay, that may not have been a great idea. Tougher than the chicken ones were yesterday. Flavor's not bad, texture's not great. Alright, we've got it open now. I'm going to grab some boiling water and we will get this thing cooking. Alright, back with our 2 cups of water just off the boil. And we just add them in here and then start the timer. Mine, honestly, the potatoes are pretty good. I would eat, if you made potato chips that were stew flavored like this, I would probably eat those. Peas not bad either. Just that beef. The beef is not great freeze-dried. Alright. So, let's pour it all in. Just Add Water Week 2, Part 3, Out-of-Date Beef Stew. Alright, it's all in there. It's all floating around. Let's seal her up. I'm not supposed to stir it when I put it in, am I? Oh, you are supposed to stir it first. Oh well, we'll shake it up. Good enough. I for some reason thought you stirred it. Oh, you do. You stir it before. You stir it before and you stir it after. Or stir it. Stir and serve. Stir. All right, well. Start our timer. Get this out of here. And I will see you in 8 minutes and 50 seconds. 10 seconds left. On here it says that they're award-winning. I know you can't see it because it's above the camera. Or maybe you can. Maybe just be on camera. They're award-winning Mountain House meals. Who gives these awards? Who gives awards for freeze-dried meals? I don't know. Should say who gives it. Probably the Mountain House Award for Mountain House Excellence. All right, let's crack open our stew. Give it a good stir. Yeah, okay, I can see this one probably would have profited from stirring at the beginning. It's all just kind of, it's like lumpy stuffing when I first opened it. I don't know how much of that got on camera. But yeah, it just kind of looked like stuffing. But it's all blending together. There's a lot of chunks in here. It's a very, very substantive stew. Which, if you couldn't see it on camera, you'll see it now as I pour some in the bowl. Figure out the way to do this so I don't block the camera. Is that about half? There we go. Seal the rest of that up. Keep it nice and hot. Put it to the side. So there's a lot of potato in here. It's a very yellowy stew. But I don't mind that. I mean, potatoes are an important part of stew. Because you need them, because you know they make the meat go farther. I kind of thought the potatoes would puff up a little bit more, so did the meat. But no, still kind of the same little cubes they were to start with. Which I guess, you know, they have to be a certain amount of size, otherwise the water isn't going to penetrate them in the 9 minutes. Honestly, I figured this would be a lot soupier. This has kind of got the same consistency of the chicken teriyaki. Very gloopy. Doesn't smell bad, at least not from here. Let's get a good sniff of it up close. Take a look at it. Smells like stew. Like a not overly seasoned stew. It's a little tough. That is not the most tender meat ever. It's a little chewy, the meat is. But it's not bad. The flavor is quite good. Honestly, I think so far, out of the three we've tried, I think I like this best. I wonder if I let it sit longer, if that meat would get any softer. It's very chewy. But maybe I'm just used to making stew the way we make it here, which is to let it simmer for hours, and the meat tends to tenderize a lot while it sits there in the crock pot and just slowly cooks. But honestly, flavor-wise, I think I like this one better than the chicken teriyaki, which is odd because I had really high hopes for chicken teriyaki, and it kind of let me down. I think largely because of the red peppers. But honestly, by the time I finished my bowl of it, the flavor had totally changed. The beginning flavor, like I said yesterday, was kind of like a frozen fried rice flavor. And by the end, it wasn't that at all. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as it was at the start. And I don't know, maybe we'll have the same issue with this today. Because again, this is my lunch. This is definitely going to get eaten. I feel like it needs a piece of bread. Although usually, like I said, stews we usually make her a little thinner than this. So there's more gravy. There's not really any gravy here. And in fact, I think stirring it up, I may be causing some of the potatoes to break down and just kind of turn into a mashed potato bowl, which in itself would not be a bad thing. But yeah, this isn't bad. I want to say out of the three, this is my favorite so far. So lasagna with meat sauce is going to have to go a long way to be better than this. I kind of wish there were 3 beef stews in here instead of the 3 chicken teriyakis. But you can't have everything, right? When you make an even number of things out of 4, 10 out of 4, you're going to have to, something's going to have to get more space than others. But yeah, it's not bad. I would actually kind of recommend this one. And it does look the most like the picture, I think, so far. Because I think the rice looked, and I know you can't necessarily see it too well, but I think the rice doesn't look as gloopy as it was in reality. The stroganoff looked about the same, but I think the stew maybe looks a little less gloopy, maybe a little more well-defined, but I've also been stirring it up. But yeah, so far beef stew is the winner this week. Can lasagna with meat sauce beat it? Come back tomorrow and find out for day 4 of Just Add Water Week, Out of Date Emergency Food Edition. And we'll see. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, please give the video a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that little bell icon so you can see when tomorrow's part goes up and you can see my lunch tomorrow. And I thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.